Immigrants have passed through this famous, with its head in the clouds, it stands between and East River, where they meet at the Battery. It is one of Earth's noble sights, this sea approach to New York, end of the road from the seven seas. Below we see the southern tip of Manhattan, costliest real estate on Earth. Those sky-crowding towers, marking the center of the famous financial district, look like our dreams of castles in the air. No other spot in the world offers so breathtaking a vista. From underneath Brooklyn Bridge, we view Manhattan on the East River side. That white building, resembling a giant stairway to heaven, is at the foot of Wall Street. And here we are over the Brooklyn Bridge, greatest engineering achievement and the longest suspension bridge in its day. This famous structure, now a veteran well past 40, still carries on, though it has been sold many times to strangers. Lower Broadway Canyon, looking north from Bowling Green, a man-made marvel in steel and stone. It rivals nature herself in her most extravagant moods. And what a thrill when viewed from the air, flying low over these massive structures of finance valued in billions. Who would believe this was once part of an island bought for $44 worth of beads? Wall Street, financial heart of the nation. Gold is its blood. From this narrow canyon flows a power dominating the world. Here vast fortunes are made and lost daily in the shadow of Old Trinity. This is the theater where high finance stages its own show, the New York Stock Exchange. Price of admission, $500,000 and up. Nearby, on the steps of the Sub-Treasury, stands the statue of Washington, where he took the oath as first president. Nickels and dimes built this skyscraper, the stately Woolworth Building. It was only recently this masterpiece, towering 792 feet, was the world's tallest building, but the city in its mad race overstepped it. City Hall, a pygmy among giants, is one of the finest examples of colonial design in America. Directly behind rises a huge municipal building housing the various city departments. These giant liners docking in the lower Hudson are but a small part of the 10,000 ships from all the seas which enter the greatest port in America each year. The ghetto market of the Lower East Side rubs shoulders with the skyscrapers. Pushcart merchants in many tongues sell everything from eggs to automobile tires. Mostly old country folk, they are shrewd traders. A Scotchman would starve here. The famous old Bowery beneath the rumbling elevated train brings back memories of its former gaudy self. Human derelicts now form its sad parade. However, the Bowery is the down and out. Jim will give you a shave for a dime, tattooing extra, and a table d'hote dinner can be had for 20 cents. Foods over Chinatown, which lies just off the Bowery. And perhaps here's the latest murder mystery, with the body buried in the trunk. And then again, maybe it's just moving day. Looking up Fifth Avenue through the frame of Washington Arch makes a beautiful picture. In colonial days, George Washington paraded here at the head of his victorious army, cheered by the Greenwich villagers. And again, here's a bit of little old New York, Washington Square. Those charming old homes form a contrast to the modern apartment house. Facing Union Square stands the lair of the Taggart, Tammany Hall, third home of the famous Democratic Organization of New York City. Election day has come and gone, and all is quiet on the political front. Now let's look at New York's first skyscraper, the Flatiron Building. It wasn't so many years ago that its 20 floors were a world marvel, but those days are gone forever. Here's the very latest in cloud piercers, the breathtaking Empire State, tallest building in the world, whose 86 floors rise 1,240 feet, off Astoria Hotel. Perhaps they added the ultra-modern blimp mooring mast to prove the sky's the limit. The Chrysler Building, second tallest in the world, soars heavenward for 68 stories, a shaft of imposing beauty. It is topped by a needle-pointed cap of gleaming metal visible for many miles. Looking straight up from the street gives this striking view. Let's hope the window washer has a strong safety belt. Not even the oldest New Yorker can view this panorama of Midtown Manhattan unmoved. This forest of buildings centers about the Grand Central Terminal and includes the Daily News, Lincoln, Chrysler, Channon, Lefcourt, and a score of other giants. The chain takes in Central Park in the background, and sweeps west to the Hudson. The Pennsylvania Station is one of the world's great railway terminals. It is also a building of great inner height and beauty. As many as 2 million passengers have passed through this station in the course of a day and night. From every state in the Union, from every land on earth, they come and go in unending streams. From the air, we see Times Square, fittingly called the crossroads of the world. In its working clothes in the bustle of day, the roaring 40s await the curtain of night and playboys from everywhere. The Public Library on Fifth Avenue holds one of the world's most valuable collection of books. Its 3 million volumes attract 5 million people yearly. This is 42nd Street and Fifth Avenue, the busiest street corner in the United States for traffic north, south, east, and west. What multitudes of people and what streams of cars pass here daily, and they're always in a hurry. The lofty spires of St. Patrick's Cathedral rise high above the crowds before its doors. On Easter Sunday, the wide and spacious Fifth Avenue can barely hold the eager throngs who crowd its broad sidewalks. The Easter Parade is always a brilliant event. Millions of feet tread the annual pageant. The cliff dwellings of millionaires. Time has shifted the elite from one section to another, but Park Avenue is the smart street of today. The Metropolitan Museum is located in Central Park. The value of its collections cannot be measured in dollars. Objects covering the years from 3000 BC are within its walls. These doors lead to an exhibit. Riverside Drive borders the Hudson, where rise many memorials to national heroes. Notable among these is the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. Further up is the Riverside Church, also known as the Rockefeller Church, after its chief supporter. It is probably the finest example of Gothic architecture in the United States. Nearby stands Grant's tomb, a shrine wherein the great Civil War general forever sleeps. Above the portals, carved in everlasting stone, are Grant's famous words, "Let us have peace." Beside the lordly Hudson, in addition to Grant's tomb and Riverside Church, there is the International House, home for foreign college students, and in the far background is the famous Claremont Mansion, still standing since the time of the Revolution. This beautiful library is but one of the many buildings of Columbia, largest and one of the oldest universities in the United States. The heart of Harlem, the largest colored city in the world, with a population of 220,000, including Amos and Andy, Madam Queen, and the Kingfish. Originally a Dutch village where great fields of tulips bloomed, now its bright lights and all-night cabarets attract countless sightseers. It is known everywhere for its gaiety. Up on Washington Heights stands the Medical Center, the largest unit anywhere for the pursuit of medical science. Night descends, and the city's countless windows turn to gold. But rest does not come with the darkness. New York gets ready to play. The forces of light assault the skies. From all the gay places which make the roaring 40s roar, laughter marches out to capture the stars. Magically, Times Square has dropped its working clothes and magically, Times Square has dropped its working clothes and garbed itself